You have been very patient. Jerome Edmondson, Gregory Adams, and we understand Burl Ellis is not here with us.
Surprise, surprise.
And Gregory Adams is not here either? Okay, great.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jerome Edmondson. I'm an 18-year entrepreneur. I know what it means to be unemployed. I was unemployed for a year and a half. It was during that time that I took a look at my personal life, and from that became the nation's first black Denny's franchise owner. It was in the back of our Denny's restaurant that hundreds of people began to come to our restaurant throughout the week, and we began to train them on how to effectively run their business and launch the Entrepreneur Development Network within the back of our restaurant. Moved here to DeKalb County in 2002, and by 2005 I was downtown at the Hyatt Regency in front of major corporations and the United States Department of Commerce Minority Business Development Agency, as me and my wife stood and they presented me and her with Entrepreneur and Advocate of the Year for creating more businesses and creating more jobs than any entity in the state of Georgia. I also understand what job creation is all about. It's not a political ploy, it's an activity and a process that you must put yourself through in order to be sustainable if you're going to enjoy the lifestyle that we deserve in this county. Again, my name is Jerome Edmondson, and I am excited to become, over the next 74 days, your next DeKalb County CEO.
Why did you choose CEO? I mean, as I asked the other candidates, you could have selected any one of the positions. Why that one?
As I begin to look at the next generation of leadership, I think all of us have to look at ourselves and decide what decision will you make in life when you see life malfunctioning. All of us was put on this earth for a reason. And this was for that reason that I made a decision to step out of 18 years of being a CEO for myself. My goal is to make DeKalb County what it was before and bring it back to the place that we love and enjoy.
T-splost, where are you on that?
Oh, that's a good question. You know one thing, that the NAACP and the Tea Party don't agree on anything. But on this particular thing, they both agree that it's not a good deal. I will say that I'm not finished with my homework as it relates to this, because we have some time set aside to spend with MARTA and other organizations on what this whole T-splost thing is all about. But what I can say is a few things that I feel from a business perspective we should understand. In high school, we learned this thing about taxation without representation. And anytime you have two parties disagreeing on anything, the devil is in the middle. We as businesses in DeKalb County, when we get this T-splost passed, how will we be a part of the funding and the spending of this money? That's concern number one to me, for me as an entrepreneur. What county would turn down $1 billion worth of spending? I would have to say I wouldn't as a DeKalb County CEO, but I do think there is room for us to go back to the board, revisit this T-splost, and make it to where all citizens may not agree on everything, but it'll be something that we can live with and we can die and we can say yes to. We need to take it back to the drawing board.
Public safety, what would you do to improve it?
Well, number one, if we sit here and talk about economic development. We talk about how we want to live. We talk about safety. If our police department isn't together, we're not going to attract businesses or citizens to this county. Folks are leaving this county because of our public safety and our police department. We have witnessed over the last few weeks things that are happening that are making us uncomfortable. We need to get this together. We need to put more police officers on the street, and we need to figure out, when we sit down in that budgeting process, how to get our police officers back to work, increase their morale, and get them out of position to where right now at this current time, the morale is so low. And police are leaving, going to other counties, don't even want to belong to DeKalb County anymore. And when police officers, as a law enforcement agent from the Air Force, a law enforcement person from the Air Force, when the morale is down in law enforcement, you better be concerned about being pulled over. Because the young guys are coming in and they don't have the discipline from those veterans that are supposed to be policing our neighborhood. So we have to fix that problem immediately if we're going to be the county that we all dreamed of and that we pay our taxes in and live in.
So what would be the immediate fix?
Look, cut all the budgets that you want, but when it comes to the police department, let's increase that budget and get our police officers on the street. They haven't had a raise in 6 years. We got to figure out how to get these guys a raise. And when we talk about public and private partnership, we We got public and private partnerships we can work with. We can work with our nation's capital. There's dollars there as well for that. Oh, that's right. Now, look, Milton is a graduate of my entrepreneur training school. Now, you can give me some grace, bro. Come on, man. Transportation and logistics company. Okay, your responsibility. Okay, we taught you that session 6. Okay. Time management. Gotcha.
Now, I've got one for you. Okay, as a community leader, if you were granted $1 million to spend on DeKalb County in the following ways, which one would you choose and why?
I would spend it on education.
Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
An amphitheater, a senior high-rise or senior community, a soapbox car derby, or a race?
Okay, so we can't attack anyone, right?
No.
Okay.
What was the last?
A soapbox car derby or race.
So what you said,
Not
seniors?
like racial, okay, race.
Okay. So you said seniors, and what was the
A
first?
senior high-rise, a stadium or amphitheater was the first.
Okay.
A senior high-rise or senior community, a soapbox car derby or race. And which one would you choose?
I would choose an amphitheater. And here's why. Because entertainment, we have to drive a long ways for entertainment. And we could build an amphitheater within our community to raise enough funds to build a senior high-rise. How y'all like it's pretty good, wasn't it? So what that would become is a revenue generating process for us to do some of the things that we want to do. Because you know what, I'm 49 years old, we're gonna all get old one day. So I want to live in a senior high-rise. But one thing I will do and really focus on is the entertainment aspect of this county. There's an entertainment tax and a process within this state that we are not acting on. Atlanta's making big bucks in the entertainment industry. We need to bring that into DeKalb County. And that's why the actor Tommy Ford from the Martin Show New York Undercover is on our team as a part of bringing entertainment to DeKalb County. He was supposed to be here tonight, but he got a job and he didn't show up.
I think that about wraps it up.
There was a question on
Economic development, what would you do for that? I'll let you have
I gotta just say a little bit thing about economic development, because when we talk about economic development, it is not a political language. Economic development is all about looking at regional, global, and national resources to bring into our county. Our county needs an ambassador and a spokesperson to go out and speak about the greatness of this county. Right past DeKalb County, in Conyers and Newton County, is coming a $1 billion pharmaceutical supplier, another $200 million development Bridgestone supplier, right there in Conyers and Newton County. Then we got the Caterpillar plant that started in Athens. That's about 600-700 jobs, millions of dollars in economic development. And ask me why we didn't get it here in DeKalb. I'm glad you asked. According to our state and Department of Economic Development, in which I've met with on a couple of occasions, we as DeKalb County don't have a seat at the table when it comes to the state. And up there, when opportunities come to our region, and we don't have a voice to get those businesses here in DeKalb. So when it comes to economic development, we have to get more involved. We got people like, we've got companies like the Farmers Market, the Global Farmers Market, that has, they waited 81 days to get a permit. And they're getting ready to hire some folks. How about 1.3 billion watershed managers? Is there any LSBs out here that need a contract? Why do we need to hold that back? Man, if you're talking about creating jobs and economic development, we need to get those processes moving quick. So we need an efficient government. We need to put in processes. We need to make people accountable. And we need to put things in place so we can run a government, and that a Jerome Edmondson as the DeKalb County CEO can spend 4 years doing nothing but economic development and creating jobs for this county. And if you don't believe I can create jobs, entrepreneurs, all my entrepreneurs stand up. You got Georgia State students right here that I teach, and these students right here own their own business. LaVon Lewis, one business, 14 employees now. Brenda, all these, this is what economic development and job creation is about. And that's what I want to bring to the position of CEO and want to bring to this county. My name is Jerome Edmondson. 74 days, July the 31st. I want to be your next DeKalb County CEO.